Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This look is meant to be Spellbinder from the cartoon Batman of the Future. Now I understand it's a bit of a weird makeup to do, but hey, what isn't weird about my channel, so yeah. It wasn't actually a request, it's just, for some reason it popped into my head. It was one of my favourite villains from when I used to watch that show, and yeah, you might not know it, but hopefully you can appreciate how cool the general idea of the look is. I think the character's awesome, so yeah, so if you'd like to see how to recreate this look, stay tuned. So the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is block out my eyebrows, so yeah, nothing new there. I'm also going to be applying a bald cap. Now, my bald cap, I've already pre-coloured, obviously made my bald cap and I pre-coloured it. You're probably thinking, but it's not orange. Why isn't it orange? It's meant to be orange, which is true. But what I'm doing is, I'm using a red cap, because when I apply the orange over the top of it, it'll make it that much more brighter. And yeah, and plus it's just a lot easier to do this onto a whole head than it is to paint the whole head. And yeah, so it'll just taper off into the orange paint. Plus, it's a lot easier to colour black over orange or red than it is the other way around. So yeah, it's just to save some time, really. So yeah, I'm going to pop a link here, or two links here, to previous tutorials that I've done in the past, teaching you guys how to block out your eyebrows and apply a bald cap, just to save some time up in this video. So if you just watch the first few minutes of that, it should hopefully clear that up. So I'm going to apply this and block out my eyebrows and get back to you. So there we are, my eyebrows all blocked out and my cap's applied. As you can see, I've gone over my ears as well, because we want this to look like a costume, so like a proper skin tight costume, like a morph suit type thing. So now I've done that, I'm going to have to switch over to a voiceover, I think, because I'm going to do like I did in my Deadpool makeup tutorial. I'm going to cover my mouth with liquid latex and tissue, just so I have no mouth whatsoever. Okay. So firstly, I take a regular sponge, and I'm going to be taking some liquid latex, and I'm going to be applying that all around my mouth, because I'm going to be blocking it out. Don't just do it in the area, just the mouth. You make sure to do it in the entire area, just to blend it outwards, because otherwise we'll have such a distinct difference in skin texture from your own skin and then the latex. It will just look obvious. So I'm just going to do it on my mouth, around my mouth rather, just so I've got a base for the tissue that I'm going to be applying, and I'm going to be blending it around the sides, and of course all around the edge of my bald cap, just so I can taper the latex bald cap off into my skin. And because I'm going to be going over my beard, I am going to put some petroleum jelly or Vaseline over it, just so it doesn't come off basically when I take off the latex, because I quite like having a beard, so I don't want to pull it out. I'm then covering my eyebrows and forehead in liquid latex, just for the same reason I said before. I don't want there to be huge areas of skin that are on show that don't have latex on, because I don't want there to be a huge contrast. So the only areas I'm going to be leaving is my nose and the areas underneath my eyes, just so there's that even mixture, really. So then I can start applying the liquid latex on my mouth. So I just apply it one coat at a time, probably about 2 to 3 coats, and once I've done that, I know I can apply my tissue strips. So the tissue I'm using is just regular tissue that's torn in two, so you've got the thinner side. Make sure to get really small pieces of it first, and just start layering it up. Just make sure to work with one piece at a time, and I end up using my finger to apply the liquid latex and smooth it on, just because it's a lot easier than using a sponge in the first few coats. But yeah, just keep applying the tissue in random areas around the mouth. It's going to take quite a few coats, because you want to have it so that the ridge on the mouth is pretty much gone, so it's completely smooth. You're not going to get it completely flat, but I mean, you could if you carried on layering up, but because I'm painting the face with black and orange, I'm not going to make it completely flat, because a lot of that effort will be lost when I cover it with the black paint. And on my final layers, I think this is about 6 layers, 7 layers, I just take some more liquid latex on my finger and I just start buffing it out in small circles, just to make it as smooth as I can. And there we go. So you just have to let it all dry, so you'll know when it's dry, because it will start going more see-through, and yeah, obviously not the tissue won't, but yeah. So once it's all dry, we can start on the next step. So I'm taking a Collection 2000 Extreme Felt Eyeliner pen in black, and I'm going to start tracing on the shape of the spiral that he has on the middle of his face that stretches outwards. Now don't try and make it circular, well, circular, yeah, but don't try to make it like neat lines. We need it to be jagged. Just adds to the creepiness of the look. So I'm going to trace it on ever so slightly. At this stage, it's easy to fix if you make a mistake. You're only just trying to get the general shape out. So I'm then just colouring in the spiral, the inside of the spiral, with the black eyeliner pen. I'm going to go over it, I think, with some black watercolour afterwards. It's just, I like getting the bulk of it done this way. Plus I'm going to be more precise with the colour, because of the nice applicator, the tip of the pen. So then I take my Snazaroo black watercolour and I just go over all of the black, and I just go in the, I continue it on the larger areas because there's no point in colouring in the back pieces with the felt eyeliner pen. It would just be a waste of product really, because it's such a large area to cover. There we are, so that's what it looks like when I'm done. So then I'm going to take a Snazaroo watercolour in bright orange, and I'm just going to colour in the inside of the spiral. And I'm naked, but not really. So now I'm going to take some M.A.C fluid line in black track, and I'm just going to line the waterliner of my eye and the outside of my other eye, just the areas where the black spiral covers basically, because I don't want to do my full eye because then it will just ruin the illusion of the spiral. And then I'm just continuing the spiral all down my neck, just using the felt eyeliner pen. And then I just colour them in just exactly the same as before, using the orange watercolour and the black watercolour. The pattern's going to go, it swoops down the neck and over one shoulder, and then it's got this huge gap in between where the spiral's getting bigger, so it's basically black from just under, just where your armpit starts and down. And that's it. So then I just finished the look off by popping in 2 black out contact lenses. I also spent a few minutes just touching up the orange and the black just to make it look a little bit darker, and I also painted one last black stripe along the back of my head just to complete the look. And yes, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe as usual. And yeah, so until next time, bye!